Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right now. We greatly appreciate y'all, man. Once again, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit it. If you are subscribed to the channel, hit the notification button. When I post it, you get it. Fight card of the century. Let's do a little review about Beterbiev and Bivol, the rematch. But we talking about the whole card right now, right? So, card is over in Saudi Arabia again. Cool, great. First fight of the night. Callum Smith. But what's the name? Buatsi. I can't even think of his name. Buatsi. Yeah, Buatsi. I'm tripping. Yeah, man. Great fight. Honestly, it was a great fight. Judges had Callum Smith winning. I think Callum Smith won by like 3 or 4 rounds, but it was a very competitive fight. It was a back and forth fight. The things I think Buatsi should have did, well, actually, he needs to do from this day forward right now is work on his inside game, because his inside game was trash that night. I'm not gonna lie, it was garbage. It was like you just getting close, you're not throwing no punches to the body, you're not mixing it up. I think he did it maybe a couple times early, a little bit early, but then he got away from that. Callum Smith is a rugged fighter, but you know what? Salute to Canelo. Salute to Canelo for beating Callum Smith. Now, a lot of people forget about that fight. Canelo had to actually hurt Callum Smith's arm because Callum Smith is a big boy, okay? Like I said, 175 pounds. I believe it was for the WBC interim title or something like that, some interim belt. But Buatsi is he's an okay fighter. He's an okay fighter. It was a UK showdown. Callum Smith was working his jab. Callum Smith is a good fighter. Comes from a fighting family. These guys know how to fight. You know, the Smith family they definitely know how to fight. They're gonna give it their all. And you know what? I think we could be possibly seeing Callum Smith in another super crazy big matchup for him at 175. We'll see how this goes. But as far as the fight's concerned, Callum Smith definitely absolutely deserved the win. Crowd was cheering, you know, when they announced his name for winning. It was a good fight. Like I said, Buatsi, he's got to go back to the drawing board and definitely learn from this fight. Get better. That's all I'm going to say. Get better, learn from this fight, do the things that you didn't do in this fight. And a lot of things were exposed that you probably got away with. Okay? Lack of having an inside game is definitely something you have to work on, especially with a long-rangy fighter like Callum Smith. All Callum Smith had to do is really work the jab, and he could have probably beat you. Work the jab, you try to get around the one, catch you with the 1-2, you know what I'm saying? Mix it up like that. When you got close, he was catching you with a lot of uppercuts. You did hurt Callum Smith a lot, but you know what? Callum Smith won the fight. It is what it is. Next fight, it was Ajit Kabayel versus Big Bang Zhang. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting Big Bang to come in there and literally put major hands on Ajit, but at the same time, Ajit is a crafty, smart, intelligent, high IQ fighter, man. He's not just gonna sit here and just try to bang it out with you. No, the body shots, the body work that he was putting on Zhang had Zhang had his mouth open from like the second round. Yep, from the second round on, he had his mouth open. So them body shots that Ajit was catching him with was definitely doing some damage and making Zhang have to go back and be like, yo, okay, I can't play with this dude. Let me come back with this. Oh, shit. He done caught me with a combination to the body. He mixing it up on both sides, man. Going jab, body. It was crazy. He was working up and down the whole fight. It was a phenomenal performance from Ajit. I honestly would like to see AJ and Ajit fight, because you can't overlook this dude. This guy is in there handling his business. He gets dropped in the 4th or 5th round by Zhang because he was really putting in some good work, and I think he got a little overconfident. Zhang caught him coming in, and guess what? He shook off the cobwebs and got right back to work. Ended up dropping Zhang and end up stopping Zhang. Zhang could not answer the count. Then body shots took everything out of Zhang. So salute to Ajit, salute to Zhang, man. But damn, Zhang about what, 41, 42, something like that? Like, bro, I think he might have missed his opportunity for a title shot right here. I think he might have. I think the winner of this probably was going to get a title shot. I think if Zhang would have probably been in a better position to get a title shot if he would have won, but I don't know what you do. Do you try to ask for a rematch? Do you try to, I don't know what you do if I'm Zhang. Time is not on your side, but salute to both fighters, man. Ajit, oh my God. Phenomenal work. Go back and watch it. If you haven't watched the fight, go watch the fight. Watch how he systematically breaks Zhang down. It breaks him down. I'm talking about the man was on one knee. Was like, man, I can't do this. Just, he fucked me up. Like, it was bad. It was bad. But salute to Edgy. Next fight on the card was Virgil Ortiz and, oh, God, I can't think of the dude's name. Dude from Kazakhstan. He took on Terrence Crawford. Good fight. I liked it. Very good fight. Madrimov, that's his name. I don't know why I didn't remember that. But yeah, Virgil Ortiz and Madrimov, a good fight. Madrimov started off on his toes, using every square inch of the ring, fainting a little bit. To me, he wasn't fainting nowhere near as much as he was with Terrence Crawford. I'm talking work, changing levels, fainting a lot. He had Terrence Crawford perplexed. He didn't know really. He was trying to catch him, but Virgil was clearly getting frustrated early with the movement, the sticking and moving of Madrimov, until the middle rounds. That's when I think Virgil started catching Madrimov. Madrimov started slowing down. The body shots that Virgil was catching him with was definitely slowing him down. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Whenever you got a guy that's trying to move around the ring, use movement a lot, and the guy's trying to cut the ring off and get to you, when I get to you, I'm catching you with some body shots to slow you down, take the wind out of you, okay? Stop you from moving them legs. That's just common sense. That's boxing 101. When I get to you, I'm going to put something on you. Oh, you went this way? Cool. I'm not going to follow you. I got to cut the ring off. Virgil has to work on cutting the ring off just a little bit better. But as far as how crispy was in that fight, Virgil, how can I say this? Virgil's a good fighter. I'm not going to say he's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He still has a couple things he needs to work on. He needs to work on bringing his hands back when he's letting them fly, because he has a tendency to get caught here and there. He's going to get caught by the wrong dude. Obviously, I think, 1 or 2 fights ago, he was dropped like 3 or 4 times because he kept getting caught. He kept getting greedy and kept getting caught and kept getting dropped. But Virgil was humongous in that fight. I honestly don't even know how that dude made 47. He looks big at 54. He made Madrimov look small. Okay? So I don't know what happens next, but salute to Virgil. He handled his business. He got the win. There was no debate about it. He won the fight. Madrimov, this is your 2nd loss in a row. Where do you go from here? You were a major player. I think you should have did a lot of things differently. You should have been a little bit more aggressive with Virgil. You should have mixed up, trying to stand your ground and moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like the early rounds you banked a little bit, maybe the first 2 rounds, and after that, Virgil started trying to chip away. He was kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know what Madrimov's going to do. You got to change some things up. It looked like you didn't have that much power, honestly. Towards the middle end of the rounds, middle end of the fight rounds, the championship rounds, you had no power. Virgil didn't respect it anymore. So you got to work on your power. You got to work on technique or something, because a lot of times you was leaning over. You got to tighten up with that, man. I don't know. I think that was just the body shots that was taking effect on you. And you knew you had to throw and get up at her, because Virgil was coming with some heat to that body. But salute to y'all, man. Next fight was what was the next fight? Shiraz and Adames. I didn't even really watch that fight. It was on, but I really wasn't paying that much attention to it. A lot of people had Adames winning that fight. I think it was a split draw or majority draw or something like that. Honestly, I don't even really have a review. The controversy in the fight is Mr. Turki Al-Sheikh was in Shiraz corner, letting him know he's down by 2 points. And a lot of people saying he can't do that. That's illegal, blah, blah. Didn't Floyd just do that with Tank a couple fights ago? Didn't Floyd do that to something? Whatever. But I don't even care. Bottom line, listen, Turki can do whatever he wants. Anybody can tell whoever they want, hey, you're down by 2, bro. You got to tighten up. You got to get more aggressive. He might not even been the truth. It might not have been the truth. He might just wanted somebody to get more aggressive and come on, I need more energy from you. Let's go. It's corner. Tell him he down by 2 rounds so we can do something. Take some chances. Make this thing interesting. I'm about to fall asleep over it. You know what I'm saying? But salute to both fighters. Adames. Don't run that back. Don't run that back. Go fight somebody else. Next fight. Next fight is Shakur Stevenson against, what's the dude's name? Pedley. Dude took the fight on 2 days' notice. Undefeated fighter. Salute to him. All respect to him. He went in there and he was not a pushover by any means. Shakur did fight a lot different. Shakur was not nowhere near as cautious as he was, as far as like sticking and moving and kind of using a lot of movement. He was standing his ground a lot. He was letting his hands go. Now granted, it was his first fight since having hand surgery. I believe, what hand was it? I think it was on his right hand. So he was testing it out. This actually was a good thing for Shakur. But you know what? Pedley or whatever his name was, salute to him, no disrespect. But he came to fight, man. When he was getting hit up by Shakur, he was answering until those body shots that Shakur was hitting him with was a little bit too much, and he ended up getting dropped like 2 or 3 times. And his, you know what, his corner threw the towel in, and it's fine. We was fine with it. There's no need to take unnecessary damage. You took the fight on two days' notice. You got the boxing world's respect. You lost the fight to a better fighter. Let's go home, be able to walk out of here and go home and not have to go to the hospital. Okay? Salute to him, but salute to Shakur. But I knew the longer this fight went on, because I think he stopped him in the 9th round. In my opinion, the longer that fight went on, the more hate Shakur was going to get. Because everybody's going to be like, oh, man, you struggle with a dude that took the fight on 2-day notice. He didn't even have a camp, and you went 9 rounds with him. You ain't got no power, blah, 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 blah. People are going to sit here and say this. I'm going to say this. Shakur, keep doing your thing. Stay focused. Make sure the hand is straight. Stay active. Get right back in there. If you want to revisit the Kid Austin fight, which I don't think you honestly should, just let it go. Move on to something else, man. But, Shakur did want Gervonta Davis. I seen an interview, post-fight interview that he did. He said he wants to fight Gervonta Davis. If that fight happens, cool, great. I don't know how many fights you signed with Matchroom for. I don't know if it was a 1-fight deal, a 1-and-1, to be able to match the offer, 2-fight deal. I don't know. But you stay active, get back in there. But just make sure you protect your hands. And if you fight it the style that you just fought in this fight, I think you're going to be okay. I think you're going to get some fans back on you. You're going to get that labeled of being a boring fighter off of you. So salute to Shakur, man. Next fight, Joseph Parker, Bivol. Bivol took the fight on like I said, 1-2 day notice. Didn't have a camp. Came in there. Listen, man, he wasn't able to spar or nothing like that. Joseph Parker had a full camp. Joseph Parker ended up dropping and stopping Bivol. In the second round or something like that. Man, Bivol is a problem, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If Bivol is like anybody Dragon Ball Z people, he's like the fat Majin Buu. Whatever you throw at him, it just bounces off, and he'll just look at you like. Listen, Joseph Parker got the win because Bivol got hit with a shot on the top of his head that he did not see coming. He wasn't able to brace himself for. But before that, Joseph Parker was going to be in trouble, because I seen the frustration in his face. He was like, damn, what do I got to hit this dude with? But you know what? Salute to Joseph Parker. He's got some good names on his resume. He deserves a title shot. Give him his title shot. If Daniel Dubois, someone give me an update on Daniel Dubois. Get him back in the ring. Get him go through a camp. And him and Joseph Parker, we're going to get that fight going. If I'm Joseph Parker, I want Daniel Dubois. This fight needs to happen. I got the victory. I suffered no damage. I go right back to camp. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Bivol for handling his. Salute to Bivol for taking the fight, man. He didn't have to take a fight, but the fans were extremely happy with the fight. You didn't get the win, but you didn't get you didn't lose no respect. You still got the FA fight that's gonna be happening in May. Mr. Turkey Al-Sheikh already said you still got that fight. You're still good. You know what I'm saying? So you got some extra check. That's an extra check. That's an extra couple, $1 or $2 million or whatever Turkey paid you. Man, come on, man. You win it. You lost, but you won. It don't matter. Joseph Parker, I want that Daniel Dubois fight, honestly. Now, main event. Oh, what a main event it was. Not gonna lie to you. Bivol Beterbiev, the rematch. These guys, or what I like to say, round 13. These guys, the first fight I don't think it was controversial. It could have went either way. I honestly had it for Beterbiev, but I would have been okay with a draw for the first fight, right? A lot of people had it for Bivol, first fight, but a lot of things, both fighters could have did things differently. In this fight, both guys honestly did things differently. I feel like both guys reversed it. Bivol was more aggressive. Bivol caught his second win in the second half of the fight. Early, it was kind of rough for him because Beterbiev was catching him to the body, slowing him down, and frustrating him. And Beterbiev, in the middle rounds, towards the end of the fight, he started slowing down. And he was letting Bivol get off on him. So, like I say, everything from the first fight flip-flopped that. That's exactly what happened in this fight. But man, when I say action-packed, back and forth, these guys was throwing. These guys, I enjoyed every round of this fight. I enjoyed the adjustments both guys had to make. These guys are two evenly skilled match fighters, man. But at the end of the day, Bivol gets the win, and I was happy to see he got the win. Now, since he beat Beterbiev, he has, on his resume, he has two undisputed champions that he has beaten on his resume. He beat Canelo Alvarez before he was undisputed. But he beat Canelo Alvarez. Wait, was he undisputed at the time? At 168? I don't think he was undisputed. But anyway, he beat Canelo Alvarez. He just beat Beterbiev, got the belts back. Or got his belt back and all the belts to be undisputed 175 pounds. Turkey said they're going to do a trilogy. Both guys said they want the trilogy. David Benavidez is the biggest loser out of this. But you know what? Let David Benavidez fight Callum Smith. That's a good fight. And let him fight as the co-main event on that same card. And then we can guarantee you the winner of it. But I need a trilogy. This is action-packed. It is how did you score this fight? First fight, how did you score it? Second fight, how did you score it? Bottom line, everybody in that arena was happy with the entire card. Everybody in the arena was happy with the main event. Nobody walked away out of there like, damn, that wasn't even worth my time. That was just boring. Damn, that wasn't worth the $30 they charged for the pay-per-view. Man, come on. If you getting cards like this in a whole day of boxing, these guys started fighting at, 11:30, 12 o'clock. That joined in into like 4 or 5, whatever. I was happy. And guess what? After one fight was done, they brought these guys right out. They didn't stretch it. They didn't hurry up. I mean, they didn't take their time and have a stupid concert. They didn't have a big gap in between both fights. No, we was running it. Let's go. Let's keep everybody engaged. And I appreciate that from DAZN, Matchroom, and Rehab Season. Thank you for giving us that card. Thank you to all the fighters involved. The late replacements came in there, man. Everybody got my respect, man. Yeah, absolutely. But hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys thought about the card, man. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did you enjoy the card? Did you not enjoy the card? Let me know. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm out.